So as I said, my name is Randy. I've been working with Vancouver Career College and CDI for 12 years now. I graduated as an RMT from the West Coast College of Massage Therapy back in 2003. So I've been an RMT for 21 years now. I got into teaching to give back a little bit and try to share my knowledge with new students who are passionate about becoming RMTs. And I'm more than happy to answer your questions along the way today in your potential joining of our program and joining the career that I love so much. I want to remind all of our participants today to please leave your mics and your videos off. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat, and we're going to address them a little bit later during our question and answer period. And with that, I'm ready to begin our program. Come along and welcome. All right, so welcome to this overview of the Registered Massage Therapy Program at CDI. Our information session today is going to guide you through our program details, the career paths that are available, and some industry insights. Whether you are currently a student here, whether you're aspiring to be an RMT, or if you're thinking about switching careers, thanks for joining us today. So what we're going to cover today. Today, we're going to talk about what is a registered massage therapist, or as we know them here in BC, RMTs. What does a registered massage therapist do? Why should you pursue a career in RMT? What career opportunities are there? We'll talk about an overview of the CDI college program and what we have to offer. We're going to break down the program so you can see a little bit more of the nitty-gritty of the types of courses and things you'll be taking. We'll talk about the student and career support services we have at CDI, some alumni success stories. Then we're going to get into the fun part, the frequently asked questions, and give you some options to ask questions yourselves. Key takeaways from our presentation today and next steps. If you're interested in talking more to one of our admissions specialists, then we'll give you some information to make contact. So what is registered massage therapy? Registered massage therapy is a healthcare practice. We are regulated by the provincial government in the College of Complementary Healthcare Practitioners in British Columbia. And we use therapeutic massage techniques to relieve pain, reduce stress, and improve mobility for overall health and wellness. What does a registered massage therapist do? Now, I know you will see all sorts of different ways in which people can do massage, and there's many different jobs that involve massage. You can be a spa practitioner, a body worker, an esthetician, but really the big difference is registered massage therapy are under the healthcare spectrum. We do assessments. We provide therapeutic treatments. We make treatment plans. We work with other healthcare providers like doctors, kinesiologists. We work with physiotherapists, chiropractors. Um, Basically, overall, we're trying to help maintain the physical well-being of our patients, help them with relaxation, pain management, rehabilitation from injuries. And you'll find massage therapists in a lot of different settings. Personally, I've worked in sports therapy, massage therapy clinic with a couple of chiropractors. I've had a home-based practice. I've done practice doing mobile massage at corporations. I'm currently working in a massage therapy clinic, interdisciplinary clinic that has numerous other practitioners like physiotherapists, kinesiologists, a naturopath, clinical counseling, a whole bunch of different practitioners all in one spot. I've done lots of sports massage as well. I worked with the Vancouver Whitecaps for a season, and I went with Team BC to the Canada Summer Games when I was a little bit younger and had no kids to have to take care of at the time. You will find lots of clinics, spas, sports organizations, and private practices that give you lots of different opportunities to find the kind of practice that you're going to love. We do regularly collaborate with other healthcare professionals. So, working in the same clinic with some of these other practitioners, it's not just a hey, see you in the hallway and wave hello sort of situation. We regularly work together, talk, and try to work around a patient-centered approach to try to help that person get better as quickly as possible. We will share files and really try to optimize the healthcare experience our patients have. RMT really has been growing a lot over my many, many years in the profession because of everybody's lifestyle these days. We have a very sedentary lifestyle, a very high stress lifestyle. Everybody's sitting at computers and driving everywhere, and that's done a lot of damage and put a lot of stress on our bodies. So it is definitely a growing field. So why should you pursue a career in RMT? Well, it is a field with increasing demand because of the wellness services in Canada. We have aging populations in Canada, lots of stress-related conditions, lots of posture and ergonomic-related conditions as well. There is nearly an infinite number of opportunities. So depending on what you want to do, what the population is you want to work with, you have a lot of flexibility. So if you want to be working with, elderly, you could go and work in nursing homes with the elderly as a private practitioner. You get to pick your hours, full-time, part-time. Most RMTs are actually self-employed. We're usually contractors who rent or lease space from a clinical setting. There are sometimes employment opportunities where have an employee contract, and you will learn all about that in the program. We actually have a lot of talk about professional development and business as it relates to RMT. So you can learn some of the differences between what it would be to be a contractor versus an employed RMT. Work-life balance is very important. So you have the ability to set your schedule as a contractor and pick the type of clients you like to see, put yourself in a certain patient population. It's really rewarding. I love that my patients come to me asking for some help, and I often see at least some results really, really quickly. So they're in less pain when they leave. They're able to move better. I never have anybody afraid to come to the RMT like you would if you were going to a dentist, for instance. So it's really rewarding. We focus on helping others and making a really big difference in their lives. If you are a good RMT, if you give to your patients and you help them to feel better, you'll be fully booked and you'll be able to sustain your practice. It is really important that that is the focus of your career. If you're only there for the financial gains, patients do pick up on that. Okay, so make sure that you're really considering this for the right reasons. Patients will pick up on that and they won't come back as repeats. So it's much harder to build a practice if your heart really isn't in it. There is a high earning potential with the limitations of how your body is. Knock on wood, I have been working in the field for 21 years and have no work-related injuries. My hands, my wrists, they all feel fine. I hurt myself more in my sports playing hockey and lacrosse and dirt biking. So there is lots of opportunities. If you take care of your body, if you take care of your self-care, if you're working in a manageable, sustainable way, you can definitely make pretty good money. You also can choose sort of a therapeutic focus. We're not allowed to specialize, but for instance, I very much love sports massage. So most of my clients that I treat are involved in sports athletics and amateur levels all the way up to elite levels. I've worked with the Whitecaps, as I said. I do a lot of work with amateur teams for adolescents, like the Poco Saints and the Port Coquitlam Pirates teams. Just as with teenagers who need that treatment as well. So picking a therapeutic focus really, really does help you find your passion. So some ideas for career opportunities. You'll find most people are working in a clinical practice. There's different setups for this, but most of the time you'll be doing rehabilitation with your patients who have had injuries or work or stress. You could work with physiotherapists, chiropractors, kinesiologists. Really, a lot of clinics now have set up to have multiple practitioners all under one roof. There are a lot of wellness types of opportunities where they will hire RMTs to work in spas, wellness retreats, and fitness centers. Sports therapy, you can work with athletes or sports teams for injury prevention and recovery. Private practice, something like a mobile massage practice doing corporate massage or a home-based practice could be considered a private practice. And then some ideas for areas of focus. As I said, I do sports massage a lot. You can do prenatal massage working with pregnant women or women in their childbearing years. Myofascial release is a very popular avenue, especially with all the new research happening around myofascia. Palliative care and end-of-life care, compassionate treatment is another area that you might want to focus on going down the road. So an overview of CDI College. So for more than 50 years, CDI College has inspired our graduates to launch careers filled with limitless opportunities. We empower students through hands-on practical training. We have dedicated instructors who share their extensive industry expertise. All of our massage instructors are currently registered RMTs who are still practicing in the field. It's one of our requirements. So they are in the trenches, as you say. They are working as RMTs, and they're there to try to help our students get the best opportunities to become RMTs themselves. All of our RMT programs are on-campus programs. There's currently no online RMT programming, which is great because it is such a practical program. You need to get your hands on and need to have direct supervision in order to get the best experience that you can and learn. You're only going to learn how to feel tissues and assess tissues by doing it a lot and a lot and a lot. We do have hands-on training and practicum placements. So in the classes settings, you will be doing exchanges on one another. You'll be kind of playing pretend a little bit sometimes as if you have a certain condition or a certain injury. Starting in term 3, you'll be working in the student clinic and you'll be able to get more hands-on experience from people who are coming into the clinic and paying for a massage. We also have outreaches or practicum placements, and that will be going off-site to work with different patients that you might not see in clinic. Like we go to nursing homes, sports facilities, we go to a burn camp, all sorts of different opportunities, just so you get experience that would be difficult for you to get just in a student clinic alone. All of our instructors are experienced. They're all working in the RMT for a minimum of 2 years. There are no wait lists for enrollment. So signing up with CDI, you are very likely to be able to get in with the next term 1 intake that we have available. Personalized instruction for focused learning. We have our classes, we have our courses. We also do a lot of tutorials and things like that if you have struggles or if you have any difficulty or questions. Graduate quickly and start your career sooner. Our program is just under 2 years long. So in about 22 months, you can graduate, get prepared for your board exams, and within about 2 years can be working as an RMT. So this might look a little bit confusing at first. This is our program breakdown. So as you can see, we have 8 different terms. Each of our terms is 11 weeks long, and between each one, you're going to have a week off for a break to, relax and rejuvenate and get all of the things done that you're going to need to do between hand. So all of our courses are set up Monday to Friday from about 8:30 till 4, give or take half an hour here and there. There are 2 classes per day. Each one is either 3 hours long or 3.5 hours long, depending on whether we have practical components in the class or not. So practical courses are a little bit longer than the straight up academic courses. So the way it would look is you have one class in the morning from 8:30 till 12, and that would be your practical class. And then maybe you have an academic class from 12:30 until 3:30, and then you'd be done class for the day, just time to go home and study now. You can see all the different courses that we offer over the entire program here. In term one, we start with a lot of theory, a lot of learning about the muscles, learning about the body, learning about kind of the basics on draping and really simple massage skills. As we move later, you can see in term five, we start some orthopedic treatments, and that's starting to deal with injuries. We treat systemic treatments, how to deal with people who have full body illnesses that might take some adaptations or things like that to provide a safe treatment. We do neuro treatments. How do you work with people with Parkinson's disease or multiple sclerosis? And they do get more complicated as the semesters or as the terms go on. In term eight, all of our courses are for review. So we don't learn anything new as of term eight. We go back, review all of the courses that students have taken up to that point, and get you ready for the board exams. So we have some exams that will really closely mimic the board exams, both the written board exam and the practical-based assessment. And the Term 7 Law and Regulations course is better designed for the ethics and bylaws portion of the board exams. Another thing to note from this, if you see down there in term 3, there is Clinic 1. So it's starting in term 3, so about 6 months in to the program that you're going to start working in the student clinic. The shifts for student clinic, there are 2 shifts usually in each day. There'll be a morning shift and an afternoon shift. You will just be working one of those in the day. You get the rest of the day free to study for your other classes. You have some say in what you prefer for your clinic shifts. You could, if you're have some childcare issues, you might ask to work the morning shift instead of the afternoon shift. And all of our clinic coordinators do our best to accommodate wherever possible. But sometimes just be aware it may not be possible. So you are expected to put your clinic as the priority in your professional career here. Clinic involves working in the student clinic or at outreaches. You'll be treating patients in the student clinic with the supervision of RMTs who are there to help and drop in and help teach you some new skills as you go. You'll get more clinic shifts as the semesters progress. In term 8, you have 2 whole days of clinic and then another half day as well to starting to help you build your hours. In the end, in order to graduate, every student has to have done a minimum of 330 direct hands-on hours of treatment on patients and 550 hours altogether, including indirect credits. Indirect credits would be things like doing your charting, doing the laundry, helping as a clinic assistant, and that sort of thing. So the important number, though, is the 330 hours of direct hands-on treatment time. Okay, so a little bit of reiteration here. The program in total is 88 weeks long. So 11 semesters, or sorry, 8 semesters of 11 weeks each. And with the breaks, it comes to about 22 months. There are over 600 hours of clinical practice when it's all said and done. We have in-person training with state-of-the-art facilities. We have infrared saunas in our clinics. We have hydraulic or electric tables, all of the things that you would expect to see in a higher-end massage therapy or interdisciplinary clinic. There's hands-on clinical placement for real-world experience. So you will see patients who have injuries. You'll see patients who have a variety of illnesses. You'll see old and young, healthy and weak. There's a lot of different opportunities to see everything. Some examples of courses you might take: anatomy and physiology. Those are courses basically going back to your biology 12 class, where you'll learn about cells and the body systems, how your body works, and therefore you'll know how we might be able to help somebody whose body isn't working as efficiently. Massage theory is a course that I've taught many times over my years at the Burnaby campus. Massage theory is our first practical course where we're building on communication, informed consent, draping skills, and all of the basics of Swedish and myofascial massages. It's more simple types of things, but it's your basics that a lot of people take for granted a little bit. So start with the basics and then we build from that. Therapeutic exercises in our scope of practice as RMTs. We are permitted to give stretches, strengthening exercises, mobility exercises. There's a lot of things within our scope that we can learn about so that we can ask our patients to do them at home and help further their healing experience. If they only see you once every 3 weeks, they easily kind of backslide in their progression unless you give them something to help either maintain where they're at or keep them moving forward while they're at home. So therapeutic exercise would be like stretching and strengthening and mobility techniques. Neurology, we have courses on the peripheral nervous system, the central nervous system. Basically, the nerves and the muscles work together a lot in our body, and ultimately, it's how well they work together as to how well your body is working. So, according to the Job Bank in the Government of Canada in 2024, there is a strong demand for registered massage therapists in BC, with over 6,350 job positions in this sector projected for 2023 to 2025. As the program coordinator in Burnaby, I regularly get emails from clinic owners all over the city who would like to put up posters or come in and talk to our class and basically try to get access to our students so they can advertise their clinic and hope that you would go and work for them. I pretty much have to turn them all down, or that would be all we ever did in the program. So it is very much in demand. You will have lots of opportunities to meet clinic coordinators. I always tell them to come into student clinic and get massages because that would be the best way to know how a person is doing and whether they're a good fit. Massage therapists have to be a good fit for the clinic they work in, or neither party is ever happy. Oh, did I skip one? Yeah. Career and support services. So at every campus, we have career student services team. They will help with personalized academic and administrative support whenever you need it, and even for up to 6 months after you graduate. The career services team, if it's been a while since you've made a resume or had to do an interview, the career services team is there to help you build it from scratch or just modify something you've already got. They also help with job search strategies and placement assistance if it's needed. Uh, Honestly, most of our RMT students don't use the career services team as much as other programs because usually by term 5 and term 6, they have already found a placement for when they graduate. They might even be working as a body worker in the meantime until they've got their license. So, you often see our students already working or already spoken for well before they graduate. Another service available are financial advisors. So they can help with how to fund the program, scholarships, budgeting to make sure that you're able to manage the full 2 years. Some alumni success stories. So this one on the left was Chanel. She was an RMT program graduate. She said, "My instructors helped me to achieve all the goals throughout the program. Every time I had questions, they were right there to support me. CDI College changed my life because of the community I met here." As I said, I've been in Burnaby for 12 years now, and I've seen so many success stories. People from all walks of life, all corners of the earth have come to our program and have been successful. I've one particular woman that I now call a colleague and a friend. She was a single mom with 3 kids. Some of her kids were really struggling in life. She was working two, three jobs, sometimes 12 hours a day, and still barely making ends meet. And she decided to take the RMT program. She struggled, she did have quite a few points along the way where she was failing an exam here or there, and she asked for help, and she got that help. She didn't pass her board exams on the first try. That was fun. She got back up, came to the school, did a little bit of auditing, and got a bit more support. And then she passed the boards on the second time. She's been an RMT now for 7 years, and she's come back to work as one of our instructors in Burnaby, so that she can kind of pass the torch a little bit and help with the next generation of RMTs. So it's phenomenal sometimes to see the progression and how much this program can change people's lives. Right. So first, I'm going to answer these frequently asked questions, and we'll soon be getting into your Q's and A's. So, first question usually is, how long does the program take? And as we said a little earlier, it's 88 weeks of class time. By the time you throw in some of the breaks, it comes in just under 2 years, about 20 to 22 months. What are the licensing requirements? So in British Columbia, we are governed by the provincial regulatory body called the College of Complementary Healthcare Professionals in British Columbia. We shorten that to CCHPBC. All right, so once you have graduated and got your diploma from an accredited institution, that gives you basically your ticket to go and sit for the board examinations with the CCHPBC. Every student who graduates from any of the colleges in BC has to take the exact same set of board exams. There are three exams. One is a clinical science knowledge exam. It's about 150 questions and takes approximately 3 hours, covering pretty much everything about the body, treatments, techniques that we have, and everything in between. There's a practical base assessment, which is an hour-long practical course. It's set up in, or sorry, exam. It's set up in stations. So you'll go from one station to the next and show a set of skills that the station is looking for. So for instance, one station will be the musculoskeletal anatomy station. And then there will be an assessment station. There will be a charting station. So the practical assessment is looking at your overall effectiveness as a massage therapist. And the last of the three exams is the law, ethics, and bylaws portion, because all provinces are going to be have their own specific bylaws, their own specific scopes of practices. So all BC practitioners and any out of province practitioners coming to BC all have to take this law and bylaws exam in order to become licensed here. Once you have passed all three of the board exams, then you'll be asked to do a background check, a criminal record check, and get 3 references for people who can attest to your professional character. Sorry, need a little bit of water here. Once all that's submitted, then you'll be issued your RMT license number, and you'll be permitted to practice as an RMT in BC as you desire. Next question is usually, can I work while studying? This is a very, very intensive and very, very condensed program. The CDI program hours in school program is about 2,750 hours, which is only a little bit less than the original 3,000-hour program that I took. But when I took 3,000-hour program, it was in 3 years, not less than 2. So it is a very condensed program. You will be going through approximately a chapter per class in each of your classes. And remember, you have 10 classes per week. So bear in mind, you'll be in class from 8:30 till approximately 4 every day. You'll still need time to do your group projects. You'll still need time to study, go through your slides and review. We do have regular quizzes and exams all through the program to help you keep track of, how you're doing in the class and whether you're understanding the material. So we often say maybe try starting out without working. Make sure you get the pace of it, make sure you understand, your time management skills. And then later on, if you find that you're breezing through it and you have a little bit of time to spare, then add in work. We do know that Vancouver is one of the most expensive places to live in the whole city or the whole country. So some people have to work. And in that, I would just say try to make sure that your boss is flexible and understanding that maybe you can take the weekend off before midterms and before finals so that you have the best chance of getting enough sleep, practicing good self-care, and being successful in your exams. What are the job prospects after graduation? Well, as I said, a lot of students, even before they've got their license registration through the CCHPBC, a lot of them are working in clinics or in spas as body workers. So with body workers, your focus is on a relaxation style massage. You're not allowed to do treatments or therapies. That's reserved for people who have their registration. But it is a great way to keep your hands busy, get your strength, keep working on your sense of touch and feeling so that you're better able to do treatments once you've graduated and got your license. So you can start working even before you have your graduation. You just have to be really mindful about the type of work that you do. This last question is, how does the practicum placement work? So the practicum placement usually is in-house. So each of the campuses has an on-site RMT clinic, student clinic that the public can book online through JNAP. They will book with a student. The students work a 6-hour shift and they get credits for each of the massage therapy sessions that they do. This happens starting in term 3, and you'll have 1 clinic shift per week in term 3. There's 2 clinic shifts per week in term 4, back to 1 in term 5, but then getting more and more as you get towards term 8. And we also have these outreaches. So outreaches, the shift length will vary, but we're working with patient populations that maybe don't have the mobility to come into clinic, like working with people in nursing homes, geriatric care, end of life care, that sort of thing. We have an outreach. We go up to sports facilities and do outreaches working with athletes. We have kind of weekend ones that just pop up from time to time where we'll go to the end of a marathon. And last year, we actually got invited to have students come and help out at the Minto Cup lacrosse championships. So these were for kids who were under 21 years old. They played 7 lacrosse games in like 4 days and they were exhausted and really, really battered up. So we had students coming in to help them with their recovery so that they could do better in their games. And that was a lot of fun. So the practicum placement, starting in term 3 and continuing all the way to term 8. And the goal is to get a minimum of 330 direct hours of working with patients. So here's some key takeaways for today. Why choose RMT? It is a fulfilling, in-demand career with flexible opportunities. And why choose CDI College? We have lots of hands-on training. We have experienced instructors. There are no wait lists for registration, and we have strong career support. Career opportunities, there are lots of paths. You can become clinical, you can focus on wellness, sports therapy, private practice. The world is your oyster. You really can focus in on your strengths and what you love. Program features. You can graduate in as little as 22 months, having gained real-world experience through clinical placements and support services. We have comprehensive academic, financial, and career support to guide you in your journey. So for our next steps today, I'm going to introduce to you Sandhya, who is our admissions representative. So she is a program advisor, and she's going to talk to you a little bit today about how you might become involved and how you might apply for massage therapy.
Hi, thanks, Randy. Hello and welcome. My name is Sandhya and I'm an admission advisor at CDI College. I'm here to assist you with any questions or guidance you may need regarding the RMT program. Whether you are curious about the program details, admission requirements, or the steps involved in applying, I'm here to help make your journey smoother. Feel free to ask anything about the program and I will do my best to provide the information you need. So, firstly, I would just like to let you know about the entrance requirements. What exactly do you need to get inside into the program? So that particular thing is divided into two segments. One is academic requirements for admissions. So the first is you should be a high school graduate anywhere, but you should be a high school graduate, and we require English 12, that is C plus, and either the EB provincial level English 70%, and there is an introduction to massage workshop course delivered by an accreditation institution. So although we also offer this workshop from our campuses. Apart from that, there is administrative requirements like interview with campus director, program coordinator, or the designates, and the criminal record check in accordance with the criminal record review and up-to-date immunization report. So this is what exactly the entrance requirement for the program. Uh, as we know that the total duration of the program is 88 weeks, 251 hours, and all this. Feel free to ask any questions you have in the chat. We are more than happy to assist you, and where you need your information, whether it's about the RMT program or the admission process at CDI College, we are here to help you with the same. Thank you. Yes, we do have the questions over here. So yes. So the first question over here, how is the course structured? As Randy also answered this particular question in the starting, in the frequently questions asked, that the particular program is divided into terms. So would you like to more clarifications? So Randy is here to give you the answer for the same. Thank you.
Yeah, so in terms of a course, at the beginning of each semester, you're going to be given a schedule. Each course has different numbers of hours assigned to it depending on how much information has to be shared. So a course like massage theory, for instance, is a course that is 68.5 hours long, I believe. It's twice per week for 3.5 hours each class. So in total, you get 7 hours a week, and 11 weeks, you get 77 hours in total. Usually at the beginning of a course that is an academic course, you'll go through some theory portions for about an hour, and then you'll break off into pairs and do student exchanges, focusing on the topics and the competencies that you learn about in that class. Other courses that are academic, they basically are looking at like a chapter of one of your books and breaking it down and going through something like the parts of the cell and the functions of the organelles of the cell. Um, Different types of courses will have quizzes. So massage theory is more of a practical based class. There's not a lot of theory quizzes with that one. But A&P, anatomy, physiology, there are 5 or 6 quizzes through the way that are each only worth about 5 to 10%, but it's meant to help you to keep up, make sure that you're understanding the material. And it also makes the bigger exams, like the midterms and the final, not worth as much. So you actually can't really fail on just one bad day. If you fail one quiz, your teacher will reach out to you and know, hey, maybe you're struggling. How can I help you? And it's not so bad because that was worth a very small percentage of your overall mark. And then we can help you to make sure that you're doing better for the subsequent quizzes and the bigger exams like the midterms and finals. So the courses have, a outline. They're going to tell you what types of assessments you have, like quizzes or practical work, unit practicals, midterms, finals, group projects, assignments, everything that you're going to be expected to do in each course is given to you in the outline on the very first day. And yeah, your instructor will guide you. So hopefully that's enough detail to answer that question.
Thanks, Roxy. I appreciate you bringing this up. That is there an online option for RMT programs? So, unfortunately, no. We only offer the full time in person on campus this particular program.
Yeah, and as I
And
mentioned earlier, this is because it is a very hands-on practical program. You need to be
absolutely,
in class for us to be able to see what it is you're doing. For a short period of time during COVID, we had to close down the school. We weren't allowed to go in person. So we did try running some programs online, and it just didn't turn out very well. By the time we got back to class, those students who had been trying to practice at home, they were pretty far behind. Most people were really distracted. Most people had like cats and dogs climbing all over them and brothers and sisters. So overall, when we polled our students about it, it really wasn't the best, most suitable option, even for the academic courses. And for practical, it didn't work at all.
yeah. Thanks, Randy. Apart from that, thanks, Yurukonda. Yeah. So your question is that this course is a full time. So my worries are how I am going to means look after my bills and everything. So it's definitely, you this is something investment for your future. You are going to invest something for your future, and we do have a financial government funding options with us. So it depends on your particular profile that how we can go ahead, and we do have a financial planner available in our organization, and we are going to support you to apply for government funding options also. So we
Okay.
can proceed in that way. Thank you. And
You missed
next
one there.
question.
You missed one there, Sen. Yeah, the
Yes,
uh,
please.
after becoming an RMT in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can answer that one. So
Yes, please.
every country, every province, every state has its own rules and regulations about, a lot of places in the world don't have such a thing as an RMT. Okay, RMTs are available in Canada. RMTs, they're called LMTs, licensed massage therapists in various states, but their schooling, their education, their requirements are different in every single one of those. In Canada, in the last 5 years, there's been a lot of work towards making it more regulated so that RMTs in one province are equal to RMTs in another province. So we've built it up so that there are now five regulated provinces in Canada that we're all able to um, basically travel between and work without any further education or upgrading. So BC, Ontario, New Brunswick, PEI, and Newfoundland Labrador are the five regulated provinces that you can, just travel amongst those and work as an RMT without any, you would just have to take their law and regulations exams. The other provinces are not regulated, so they technically don't have RMTs. In the States, the regulations are anything from a weekend course to a 1 year course to an 18 month course. So you would just have to really find out from each of the states what their requirements are. In Europe, again, they don't have RMTs. Usually, the closest thing to that would be osteopaths, which is a doctor of osteopathic. Um, yeah, you don't see a lot of other RMTs. RMTs are sought out a lot of the time in Australia, New Zealand. Again, they don't have licensing requirements, but
Mhm.
they'll often work in spas and physiotherapy clinics, just doing massage as a body worker. So hopefully that helps answer your question.
Yeah, so it was the next question of the
Oh,
add-in that after becoming an RMT in Canada, can we also work in
oh,
other countries? So Randy helped out all.
okay.
So the answer is already there. So next question with Roxy. So what is the passing grade? It is 60%. So here I just want to say the successful completion of all program courses with a minimum of 70% in each course of the program, as well as a minimum mark of 70% on all final practical and theory examinations. It should be the mandatory requirement.
Yeah, there's one exception in term eight. In term eight, there's one course which basically is the one that mimics the board exams as
Mhm.
close as we are allowed to make it. That one requires a passing rate of 75%.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't have another question. Thanks for asking. I'm glad that you are asking questions. Good. So, is there any chance we can get the course-related books in advance to study before the semester starts? Oh, so what exactly you needed? Please let us know, and we can have a quick chat personally. And let's we discuss that what exactly you are requiring from the college. We can put your personal interview with the program coordinator, and she will going to help you out with the same, that what kind of course material you are looking for. You want to just have a look on the program material, books. We can help you out with the same. No worries.
Most of the time, the books are given at the orientation, which is about 2 days before.
Mhm.
They have to make sure your financials have cleared and that you're fully registered before they'll release the books to you. And then half of our books are like paper books that you get as a physical copy, but the other half of our books are online books, ebooks. And until you start the first day of class, the ebooks don't get released because you have to be present in class for the key to open them up. So no, you won't be able to get your course related books until at least the orientation for the paper copy books and on the first day of class for the ebooks.
Yeah. So I cannot see more questions over here. So please feel free to ask any questions if someone have. We are here. We are more than happy to assist you and provide any information you need um, related to RMT program or the admission process at CDI College. We are here to help you with the same. Yes, the next. Oh, thank you. Uh, so, as you know, that the RMT program is one of the program which is highly in demand in Canada. And we do have another questions with Yukondo. My question that look like full-time program. Yes, it is full-time program. Mm, okay. Yes. If I missed any question, please let me know. How much does it need to finance this course? Okay, so Ricardo, can we have you can just share your email id, or I'm just going to share my email id. You can just personally email me, so that because the finance is particularly depends on the financial status of an individual person, their family status, so that we can help you out and we can book your appointment with financial planner, so that we can set up that how much finance and the course can be set up for you. I'm going to provide my email ID over here, which will help out to you. Who can I contact in order to set up admission? Yes, sure. I'm here and I'm just going to share my email ID for you, so that we can just have a personal interaction. I can, because every individual have a different story. So I just want to make sure that I can help you out with the personally, to for your career path, for everything related to your, to get insight into the program, because we do have a program operated from different campuses. One is in Vancouver Career College in Burnaby, one is in Surrey, one is in Abbotsford. So we have a very good space, a beautiful clinics, a good instructors with us. So we will be more than happy. So I'm going to share my email ID with you, so that we can just put a personal appointment, either virtually, or if you want to come and visit in our campus, you're most welcome. Oh, there is one more question, Randy. Will we
Mhm.
need any specific gears or equipment for each semester?
Yes, so the for the most part, any equipment that you need is provided and as part of your kit that you receive when you first start the program. So
Mhm.
you'll be getting a set of linens that you're going to bring to class with you so that you can get massages when you do your student exchanges. You'll be getting textbooks. You'll get a set of assessment materials, which is like a goniometer, a tape measure, a reflex hammer. What else do you get? Uh, that's about all that we get that we need. The only thing that is not provided, well, the only things you have to have your own computer, your own device that you can play your PowerPoint on and take notes. So you'll have to bring that with you to classes to download your textbooks as well. And by term 3, if you're going to be going to do any outreaches, you will need your own portable massage tables. That's not provided by the school. But if you're going to go on outreaches, you need to take a portable massage table with you. If you know that you can find them on Marketplace, you can get them at Costco. They don't have to be super expensive ones. I would just recommend making sure that you can lift it. So try to find one that isn't the really old, clunky ones that weigh about 1,000,000 pounds. Most of them are fairly lightweight. I think the Costco tables are around $400, but I've seen them on Marketplace in decent condition for 250 or so. Ask for it for Christmas one year. The nice thing is, any massage table or anything that you get that could be related to your career as a student, save the receipts. They are a write-off when you are a self-contractor later.
Perfect. So all that's it. The questions are over here, and you are very welcome. And now I'm heading over to Randy. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, I really want to thank everybody for coming today. Your questions were great. I have the screen up now and other ways that you can connect with CDI College on our social media. So you can check in with us on Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram. You know,